Naz, just can you just take us through the summer kind of contract negotiation and how things went for you? Was there ever a point that you wondered if it was going to work out, or just how did things come together to get to the spot where you ended?
Um, I mean, obviously, I think every player has to weigh their options before they choose anything, or any person or anything, and any matter of fact anyway. So I think obviously that was something that I had to think about, but doubt on leaving, I don't think I had a doubt on if I was going to leave or not.
Having that settled and just knowing that this is you got your contract and you're coming into, you have stability long term. What does that mean for you kind of going forward now?
Just I think for me, I just from a confidence standpoint, you just kind of go out there and you just get a chance to just breathe, be you, be the player you can be, bring what you can bring to the table. You're not having to worry about anything else. Yeah, and to just get excited for what's to come.
You have a lot of versatility in terms of positions, but sometimes that can work against you. I mean, you were told you might be playing some three before the cat trade, and all of a sudden you're getting heavy minutes at the five in the first couple of weeks of the season. Is there, do you think, a little bit more clarity as to your role? And if there isn't, how do you prepare for the season physically?
Yeah, I would say so, but it might be something that's asked of me that it might be out of the normal, which I'm ready for. I've kind of dealt with things my whole career, kind of just being different or getting used to or so forth and so on. Just a lot of changes, and I mean, that's not something that I'm not ready for. I think, like I said, whatever comes to hand. I've been that guy who's been able to do it. So.
But in your workouts, what do you put? What I mean is the difference between thinking you're going to get a lot of heavy front court minutes or being like on a super big.
I mean, I'm working on anything, so any and everything. So like you said before, I'm versatile. So that's what comes with being able to do those type of things. You can play in multiple positions. You can play inside out, outside in, whatever the case may be. Shooting the three ball, driving to the rim, or posting up, whatever the case may be. So I think just having that versatility is it's a gift.
Now, as both Jaden and Ant have reminded us that they're still young, do you still feel young? And at what age do you stop being young?
I think I'm still young. I hope I'm still young. I mean, they're a year right behind me, so I guess I'm still young. Yeah, I mean, I think with time, obviously year 6 for them, but year 7 for me, it's been it's crazy. It's a situation where you come in undrafted, looking for playing time, hoping to get playing time, putting the work in. 6 man of the year. To fans loving you. I mean, it just shows to the body the work that I've put in. Obviously, it's been a long 7 years, but it's a lot more work to put in. So, I mean, I think I'm excited. I mean, I think I'm ready for what's to come. Like I said, I answered before. I mean, it's a lot of things that could change, a lot of things that could happen. But like I said, I've proven, time in and time out, I'm ready for whatever. So. I think so. I'm trying to switch it up this year. I mean, I might. I just might.
Nas, Ant spoke earlier about the brotherhood that you, him, and Jaden have had these years you've been here. What has that meant for you on and off the court, their friendships?
I mean, it's been a lot. I mean, I just had a situation recently and they were there. So, you know what I'm saying? That speaks for, the brotherhood that we have off the court. I mean, there's situations where, I can lean on them and they can lean on me. Without a doubt, actually. And, I think that kind of just carry overs on the court to where, if one person messes up, I'm able to, communicate with him. They're not looking at how I'm, delivering the message, but they're looking at what the message is. And that's huge. A lot of people don't have that. And I've been able to grow with them, like I said, for the past 6-7 years. And it's a brotherhood that means a lot to me.
Naz, Mike was in here right here. Naz, Mike was in here earlier talking about how the renewed sense of hunger you guys have after coming so close the last couple of years. How do you feel about where this team is at right now in terms of what the next step is for you and where, if you guys are able to, in fact, take that next step this season?
Maybe I would say maybe I think we've somewhat overachieved a lot of people's plans for us. But I don't think we looked at it as overachievement. I think we were right where we need to be, and we got time for sure. But obviously, the goal is to win the championship, and that's for every team, and every team is fighting. But we're not going. A team is just going to roll over. I think that's the difference. I think we're going to keep fighting. I think everybody's here and supportive of each other. I think everybody's willing to go on the court, and if it's a loose ball, they're going to dive on the loose ball for that next person, or so forth and so on. Turnover saves, that's kind of something we call it. But they're here for one another. That's why I mentioned turnover saves and just helping the next person, and bringing that cohesiveness and understanding. We can't do this. One person can't do this. We all have to be there to do this.
Now, as Tim and Finch were talking about how important playing defense without Rudy on the floor this year has to get better, where do you see maybe the one or two things that unit or that group of guys, when he's not on the floor, that you guys can do better defensively, or that you're going to be focusing on and training?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think that boggles down to me. Just being able to guard different matchups, switching, being able to be in pick and roll defense, protecting the rim. I'm gonna take that onus in that instant. Man, we could be a lot. We could be a dangerous team. If everybody buys into that, and I think we will.
Naz, do you think 7 years ago, when you were here for your first media day, like what would the odds have been in your mind that you would be here 7 years later?
I don't know. It's been a long 7 years. It's only been 7 years, but it's been a long. I've seen a lot of things change. I've seen a lot of, winning come about. Man, I don't know. It's everything is like a blur. It's like you don't know, but then it's like 7 years and you're here still. So it's like, it's a gift. I mean, it's something that I cherish. A lot of people are not in the same predicament they once were or trying to be in, and that's kind of where I am today. So
last season, you're coming off the Sixth Man of the Year award. I remember asking Finch, like, okay, what do you need from Naz this year? And he said, do it again. And you were off the bench and did that role again. For you, like, how do you view this year 7 of like, is it a do it again? Are there things we're trying to add? Like, what are your individual goals look like?
I think it's a combination of both. Do it again within adding, there's a lot of expectations that I have for myself, the team has for me, just being Sixth Man of the Year, it's like, all right, yeah, that was cool, but I'm trying to achieve different goals and better goals from a team standpoint. Whatever I have to do, whether it's starting, coming off the bench, cheering my teammates on, whatever the case may be, I'm here to do it because that's what's gonna help us win. Individually, I mean, I think for myself, I think. I'm sure everybody knows I'm a starter on any team, but that's not the case in this situation. I'm here to take advantage of it. Whatever, like I said before, whatever the case may be, when the ball is rolling down on the court, that's what has to happen. And I'm taking that onus and that accountability, and making sure that I make the best of my position or situation.
Naz, you mentioned things you've had to deal with off the court recently. How are you doing with everything you've had to deal with?
I'm fine. Been better. Been on the up and up. Like I said, I've had the people around me supporting. So I mean, I can't. Things don't really go as planned in life. But there's a lot of situations where, like I said before, I got a lot of support and it helps a lot. So